Sugarlicious, so nutritious, delicious, cooking with sugar. Cooking with sugar.
Thank you for tuning in to Cooking with Sugarlicious. Happy 2014 to you. You know, a lot of the times during the beginning of the years, we do a lot of celebrations. And so during the celebrations, we need to have appetizers. So today, I am going to be sharing with you quick, easy, fun, get the children involved appetizers. This is a new craze and a new fad. Flatbread, 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 flatbread breakfast, flatbread lunch, flatbread. So this is a flatbread, and what I'm going to do is to an oiled, lightly oiled pan, and you can just take your hands and just spread the oil around, and to the pan you're going to add your flatbread. Now this is very wholesome. Now this is an artesian flatbread pizza that we're going to be doing today. And to the flatbread, I am going to be adding, and you can add whatever you want to add, but this is just something that I thought was going to be very, very fun to do. We have, for those that don't eat meat, we have mushrooms, we have cheese, onions, tomatoes, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, parsley, and onions. And you can add that to your flatbread. You can layer it, and then you can also top the flatbread and make it a layered two-top flatbread. Or you can follow me on this. Now it's still on the grill, and what I want to do first is add the cheese to the grill, to the flatbread that's on the grill, so it can start melting. You can use any cheese that you want to use. I have a little bit of cheddar, I have a little bit of Monterey Jack, and I have some mozzarella. Mozzarella. You can call it a pizza, you can call it a flatbread delight, and get the children involved in cooking, and this is something that they can do. And it's just, I have some smoked ham, I have stewed tomatoes, and what I'm going to do is take some Brussels sprouts. I'm going to move this out of the way. Take some Brussels sprouts. You want to, they've already been washed, so I'm just taking the Brussels sprouts, and this is going to give some crunch to the flatbread pizza. And it's going to make a very colorful dish. And then I'm going to add some peppers and some onions. A little bit more green right here. Beautiful. Now remember, I have it on the grill, and so the cheese is beginning to melt. So then I'm going to take a little ground beef. Oh, this smells so good. Add a little bit of ground beef. And I'm going to take the second half and I'm going to fold it over. Just like that. And then take it, lift it up, and put it on the pan. I have the oven set at 350, and it's going to take 8 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes. It's not going to take very long at all. I have the other bread already in the oven, ready to go. And And again, you're going to layer it with your cheese. And some people just only like cheese. Remember, use whatever cheese that you like. Havarti, Gouda, Asiago. You know, go to your deli and just tell your deli person, you know, I've never done anything like this before, but I really want to try something different. I've tried the other pizza crust, but it's just too heavy, too much dough. It doesn't really have enough flavor. And to those that like something nice and spicy, there's a variety of items that's on the market. And this particular one I really like because I do like the hot and spicy. So to this batch, what I'm going to do is add just a few dried, sun-dried tomatoes. And if you've never had sun-dried tomatoes, get you just a container, a small container, and they're so delicious. So delicious. You can slice them up a little if you'd like. If not, go right back in with your mushrooms, your onions. Now I have some smoked ham. There's a smoked ham, there's a Virginia ham. And what this is actually leftovers that I had from the holidays. I put up in the freezer, cut it off the bone, and I'm using it another way. Then I'm topping it with more cheese. I have the Monterey Jack, and I have the mozzarella. Oh, so good. And you can just make it any way that you want to make it. You can layer it any way that you want to layer it. This one will be left open-faced. And what I did is that I heated it up first in the oven and got it nice and toasted. And then I brought it to the grill. This one will not have any meat on it at all. And for those that don't do dairy, you can still do the very same thing. Add your sun-dried tomatoes that are in olive oil. And onions if you'd like. And then go back in. Go back in with your Brussels sprouts. And you're just going to cut off the tips. You know, you can use Brussels sprouts in so many different ways. You just don't have to boil these little babies. You can use it as in a slaw with cabbage. You can slice them like this and put them in with greens. And remember, the olive oil is already in with the sun-dried tomato, so that's going to add additional flavor. And you just want to cut them up, and then you're going to put them on the top. This, again, for the vegan that does not eat meat at all, this will work out just fine. This is just, it's just beautiful. And then you can finish up with your stewed tomatoes. Now this is stewed tomatoes with garlic and herbs, a little rosemary, a little basil, and that's what I'm getting ready to do now. Is fresh basil, fresh rosemary, and fresh thyme. And this is the packaging that it comes in. It stays fresh, and it just adds such a wonderful aroma. It just smells so fresh. And, oh gosh, delicious. You just take it. These have been washed 3 times, so they're ready to be used. Take the little stem off. Now remember, I don't throw anything away. That will go into soup or that will go into a stew because all the flavoring. And what you want to do, put your leaves together like this here. And then you want to roll them up, and then just cut them. Again, this is do ahead. You don't have to wait till the last minute. You can cut all of your vegetables up. And what I'm going to do is add, this is the little basil, add it to the top. Isn't that delicious? That is so beautiful. I'm not going to use that. And then the same thing. This is like little trees. So you just want to take some and just, that simple and that easy will make your dish the talk of the gathering, the talk of the party. Just peel it down like that. It's all you have to do. And it's fresh. You can get the ground or you can use the fresh. Now remember, I have already pre-cooked the flatbread in the oven on 350 for about 8 minutes. So I'm going to be right back and we're going to plate the flatbread.
Cooking with sugar.
All right, we're back now and we're doing the flatbread. And what I did was put it in the oven at 350 degrees, and that was about 10 minutes time. And now we are ready to cut this open. I think we can get 4 great pieces out of this. Oh. Wow. And then what I'm going to add as just a dipping is some yogurt. And I use the plain Greek yogurt. The reason it's less fat, less sugar, and this happens to be cucumber dill. You can get a variety of different companies that's making Greek yogurt, but you want to make certain that you get the plain Greek yogurt. And open this up like this here. Just take a spoonful right in the center. Now, if you are having children around and you're going to make this, by all means, you can cut it in smaller portions. You know, but a lot of times we have those men around and they don't want little dainty finger things, finger foods. So, oops, you can cut it into smaller pieces. And this is just flatbread. You get like 8 of them to a package. Now let's see. Just dip it. Shut the front door. For recipes, I think I'm going to like it even without the meat in it because the vegetables are so fresh and the cheese blend, the mozzarella, the cheddar, and the Monterey Jack. The Monterey Jack is giving it just a little kick, which is just delicious. And the Brussels sprouts, I like texture. So the Brussels sprouts is giving it texture as well.